Hey, I didn't see you there. Ah, pay no attention to some tricks of the trade for third eye activation. You know, that get things going a little fast. Just kidding. I did that on purpose. You knew. I'm the one who starts the camera. Come on. In all seriousness, though, um, the other day I wore like these tiny little yellow flowers in my hair, and I thought it looked really great. And then I see this other flower, so I'm gonna try it, and I think it's gonna look really pretty because it's a super pretty flower. There. Does that? How does that look? It's not. Doesn't want to stay behind my ear. Maybe I can prop it into my sweatshirt. There. Pretty. Okay. No, this is what I look at every day. I got a big giant bush of these things, and they're all kinds of pink and purple and beautiful. That was also a joke. I knew that I could not put that big giant flower behind my ear. I hope this sign helps you realize what we're really doing here. Hello, I am Trip, and this channel is called Real Nature Trip. Oh man, I got the little petal things all over me. And we do tarot, and we talk about love and healing and learning and life and stuff. Yeah. No hat. I did shower. I'm meeting some people for breakfast. So I brushed my teeth, which I don't like to brush my teeth before breakfast. But I did it because it's going to be a while. And I came to see you. All right, I'm in a different mood than yesterday. Yesterday, man, that reading hit me just through and through. And so I don't know if you're feeling some things through and through. Yeah, that. Anyway, I feel a lot lighter and goofier today. Hence the third eye activation and the ridiculously large flower. All right. I don't know where we're going with this. I don't have a preloaded message. I don't have, we're just accepting whatever comes. All right, but let's do it right. Let's do it right. Spirit, however you want, we're here for it. We're here to do it, through it, whatever you want. And we love you, and yeah, that's about it. All right. Okay. And I love you, I accept your whole story, your whole thing, because we all have our whole story and our whole thing, and you lived yours, so I didn't have to. Yeah. Oh, I bet it was tough on some parts. I bet. Okay. I'm looking at the book, and it's saying you can do it on your own, Trip. You can do it on your own. Okay. So I'm just gonna lay out 3 cards at a time, and what I do is they kind of talk to each other and tell a story, and you know, because like when you triangulate something, that's when you're locating it. So instead of a 1 card, what does that mean? It's kind of how they all act together. Yeah. Oh, and we got 7 of Cups and Page of Cups and Death. All right. So sometimes I look at them left to right, and sometimes I look at the center card mostly. And the center card is Page of Cups, and we've been getting Page of Cups. And it just feels like looking at the world with new eyes, with clear eyes, with open eyes, and feeling it like now, instead of your feelings being reactions to what's happening to the world or to you from the world, by the way, you know what I mean. Now it's more like feelings come, and you know that these feelings are there, and actually, and that you and that in between stage that you used to have where you tried to ignore feelings and suppress them and whatever. So like they overwhelmed. Stage 1, overwhelmed. Stage 2, suppressed. And then now it feels like you're saying, hey, I can face it. I now can face these feelings. I'm saying feelings because of the cups. So that's why I'm saying it. But it feels like you can face everything. Like you're facing everything. Oh, confirmation itch on my scapula. Okay. Or scapula, depending on what part of the United States or wherever, you know. Okay. Page of Cups, Page of Cups. So yeah, like you, especially are, or maybe this is where it started, that you're you're able to face these feelings that come in, and they don't tear you apart. And so now, not to sound too kooky, but now the feelings feel honored. You know, like, oh, you felt me. Okay, now I can relax. You know, now I've been heard. You know, feelings have feelings. Okay, now we can't go that woo woo, can we? Let's do a water reset. Page of Cups. Is there a fish in there? Okay. But this Page of Cups, beautiful, like, aha, now I am investigating really the whole world, not just the physical scene world, but the whole thing. But this one is supported by this Death card, which yesterday came at just precisely the right moment, and this seven of what you call it, cups. Oh my gosh. So the numbers are interesting. We got a 7, which is change, and we've got a 13, which is also change, you know. And sometimes it's change that appears to be unfortuitous, you know, but like, look at all the unlucky stuff that's happened, and look at where you are, and look at what you learned. Come on. And look at what some the, the end, the beginning, whatever. It's arbitrary, right? Uh, so I'm not confused. I'm not like stuttering these words out because I'm confused. I'm unable to wrap my words around it. But I guess this is what I'm doing here, is trying to wrap words around these things. Oh man, okay. So I got drawn into this horse's face, and it looks for a split second like maybe there's a second horse behind it, like maybe another horse face. I'm going somewhere with this. And I was like, maybe there's two horses, a seen horse and an unseen horse or something, you know, whatever. And I was like, that doesn't exactly look like a horse's face, you know, whatever. And then I see back here these towers. I'm supposed to know what these towers are, probably. But I'm seeing the sun coming up as well. And it's like this journey is starting again. You know, like there is this, I don't want to say recycling and whatever, and death is a part of life and process, but it is. It is. And, you know, there are some cycles, I'm sure you're glad, are ending. Yeah, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. There are some cycles that you've got that have ended, that have helped propel you. Like you finally figured out they were okay to end. And it's so funny that I'm saying this, because yesterday I was thinking, this is never ending. Like the evolution and the progress and the whatever, you know, it's never gonna end. I'm sorry to tell you, there's no end point. I don't believe. I think you can get to good points where you're like, oh my gosh, so you're now comfortable with life. Um, but it's in the choices that you make. It's really gonna be in the choices that you make. Oh baby. And how are you choosing? Yeah, oh gosh. There's pitfalls, and to me the pitfalls are obvious. And you know, like, here's building a tower, building an identity or whatever, and here's some kind of serpent, you know, but it's got an evil look to it. Maybe it is, you know, an addiction of some sort or something. It's funny. I've always kind of looked at her as Medusa, and I'm like, she doesn't have snakes for hair. Plus, I would have turned to stone if I looked at her. So, duh, no. but maybe there's like a vanity, you know, like this beautiful woman, maybe it's a beautiful woman, you know, whatever. But that being said, and then there's some choices that look good on the surface, but it's like, well, maybe, but I think we all know what we're talking about here. You're choosing your heart from your heart. No. And that has made all the difference. Yeah. But anyway, so back to today, um, you're seeing the world with new eyes, and yeah, there's a lot behind that. There's just I talked a lot about it because there is a lot behind it, and I don't know your details, but I know your story, sorta, maybe. All right, we got King of Wands, we got Ten of Pentacles, and we got Queen of Wands. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles, we're talking about a cycle, we're talking about fulfillment, we're talking about ends and beginnings. Some earthly thing you're doing is going to reach fruition, and it's gonna get there hot and heavy, but also balanced. Like these are fire people, but they're also royalty, and to me the royalty are the people that are on this other plane, you know, that are not, that understand. I see, understand, no, that know there is another plane. Okay, that's the best I can do, and kind of live one foot in it. You know, these people are still on Earth, but they get it. They get it, and this is. I feel like you're balancing out the masculine, feminine. It feels like you swung one way, or you were one way, and you swung hard the other way, to like maybe you were in a doing process, like do, and you know, because that life requires it of us, you know, and then we don't know any better. We're just like, oh, okay, we gotta go to college and get a job and buy a house and or your version of it, which may not have included those things, but it was still a go get 'em situation. And so maybe you were burning your man fire, your masculine fire all this time. It was just outward, go, go, and like, and I feel like maybe you swung hard the other way and been like, because I certainly did, and go, oh, my feelings, you know, and my heart, and you know, it's time to pay attention, and you know, maybe for just didn't do the masculine stuff, forgone, forwent, for yeah. So, but now it feels like balance. It feels like this balance, this marriage, this beautiful, like, coming together. And I say marriage, and I mean inside of you. And don't get your hopes up about that stuff. Let's see why you're really here at this channel. It's not just about a lovey-dovey one, or a, you know what, they're regretting it, they did you wrong, and now they feel it. You know, that's not what I'm here for. I mean, I've watched those videos, and they help me at certain times. So don't feel guilty about, you know, those things, hugging your heart for a split second, or kind of hugging you for a little bit. I know I went on a weird tangent. That was for somebody. Somebody's been feeling guilty about watching readers, and even the ones that kind of indulge you in your earth life, you know, and just don't, yeah, if it made you feel better and gave you perspective, do not worry, do not worry. But, and you're aware, so that's great. But back to you, back to your balancing, and this is where you're getting to a balanced place, and the doing, it feels like more flow than force, right? It feels more like flow than force. All right, we got temperance, we got I shuffled these, you heard me shuffle, right? We got, so remember the death card, and now we've got the Ten of Swords. There is so much choice and completion and balance going on. We're also balanced, and then this fertile myrtle, this beautiful empress who's now been popping back up. This, oh, I, the empress reminds me of the pentacles later in life. You know, the 7, 8, 9 pentacles, 10 of pentacles. This, it's not just fertile, but you're seeing it come to fruition. The guy, even the 7 who's like reconsidering where he's going, you know, it's like he's got a good harvest of pentacles. And so maybe it's because she's sitting in, you know, wheat and looking very harvestable herself. That's a weird way to say it. Anyway, I meant to say she's lovely. And but she's just started popping up. I feel like she's the indicator of, like, this is the indicator of balance, and you're starting to able to like see where everything fits, and it's okay, and you're accepting it, not to beat that drum, accepting it. And then oh my gosh, I just lost it. Ending a cycle. You're ending a cycle. So that's the thing. You're ending this cycle. But oh yeah, you're just so supported by balance, and like in fruitful ways. Fruitful. That's kind of my word. Sometimes like, people will say abundance, but there's fruitfulness. I feel like is maybe more the source of it, and so yeah. So getting to the source, that's kind of the conversation we're having. You know, and I'm always going to say the source is your heart. It's your true self, your full self. Yeah. But if you know another source, if you know another source, have at it. All right. We got the Lovers and Justice and the Queen of Pentacles. This read is just candy. This read is oh my gosh, look at the sky. It's all yellow. It's all yellow. Man, and there's so much, well, it's all yellow. It's drenched in yellow, but it's dressed in red. I mean, the ones that are dressed. You know, I mean, these guys are usually naked. I put the clothes on so I didn't have to worry about YouTube. But if you want, picture them naked if that makes you feel better. Just like that weird advice for giving a speech. I don't know why. Oh, but I say balance, and look who's popping up with the scale. But okay, scale, and she's got her tools of the trade or whatever. I don't know why she's carrying a sword, but there's soft and hard. There's just so much balance. You are feeling so much more grounded and balanced, and it's fruitful. Like there's a fruitful card in every one of these, and a balanced card in every one of these, and a change and I don't know. You're just coming to a good place. Where's the friction? Is there every read needs a friction, right? I can't just sit here and tell you. Where is the friction? Come on, you know where the friction is. The friction is within. The friction is the ego, right? The ego telling you safety and worry, and it's got to look this way, and you know, telling you all this other things besides the source of what's going on. Well, take that as deep as you want. Sorry. This does feel a little chaotic though, because it really does feel like I personally, as a reader, flipping in to like ultra deep, but then back to earth. That's what it feels like. Like ultra deep, whatever. This, oh my gosh, that was such a profound truth for you, and then suddenly like I'm sitting here on the ground, you know, touching this log that my camera's sitting on, um, and looking at things in a goofy way. And so I have to assume that's your energy, like you're vibing deep and shallow at the same, you know, within the same breath. Man, Spirit, I need some clarification. I don't mind asking for help on this. Ace of Pentacles. I just get the feeling. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's gonna show up. Oh my God. Okay. If I read this triangulate and I go center card is the main message, but the others support it. You are being so supported. You are being so, oh, now it's getting emotional. You are so supported whether you know it or not, whether you remember or not. Sometimes we forget. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love this for you. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh, I don't want to read any more of these cards. This is just, it's just, it feels like the friction was at the very beginning, and it just, Spirit's trying to tell you, it's just going to get more beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what? Earth Warrior, she's calling. She's calling. Earth Warrior Oracle. Alana Fairchild. Give some credit where some credit is due. I don't think I've ever said her name out loud. I don't know her, but she does have some beautiful cards. So these cards have usually, I mean, they always have a beautiful message, but it usually lines up with what I'm reading here. The hard part is the sentence structure. Sentence structure is long sentences that have lots of little nooks and crannies and not a lot of commas to show you the direction of, you know, of this long passageway with doors and openness. And yeah, so I sometimes have to read a sentence twice. I'm gonna not put those cards away because I use them to remember what we even talked about, because I kind of forget by the end. Okay. They're really hard to shuffle. I'm a master of it. Man, she looks like the Empress. This is the one on top, all right? It's too easy. That's too easy. I see where I want to cut. There's a space right there. And there's a hummingbird. That's a good sign. Oh my gosh. Hummingbirds this summer have been speaking to me just out of the blue. This is Chianti? Chianti? Not Chianti. Sweet Paradox of Empowering Grace. Sweet Paradox of Empowering Grace. Okay, well, it says it again right off the bat. The sweet paradox of grace is that the more elusive your fulfillment seems, the more you are spiritually supported to accomplish it. Oh, baby. See? It lines up. It lines up. Hummingbird soul medicine activates spiritual intelligence for astonishing evolution. That's been happening to me. Okay, stop it. Such growth empowers you to ascend and thrive, experiencing enrichment even in otherwise apparently limiting circumstances. Wishing for an easier way is not enough. You must summon the belief that you deserve it and it is possible, and then become willing to evolve into the capacity to live it. You will triumph in situations where you have previously struggled to assert yourself and your path. Higher consciousness is your destined abode. Oh my gosh, I just took my time. You know, it was 2:44 when I said that. Yeah, that pretty much summed. You know what? I could have just read that one card, and it would have been the whole message. So yeah, good luck to you. Oh, there it is. There it is. Confirmation burp. All right. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. And good luck out there with this hummingbird energy. You're evolving. I said that part's never going to end. Oh, but, oh, this is great. This is great. I'm so excited for you. Goodbye.